This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com. And now, for the third day in a row, another unidentified craft has been shot down, this time over Lake Huron. Yesterday, it was one actually over the Yukon in Canada, which is right nearby Alaska, where the Friday craft that was shot down was from. Some things in common of these that are different from the Chinese spy balloon that was shot down about 8 days ago. Lots of objects being publicly shot down lately. I'm surprised people aren't noticing a trend. I guess it's because it's Super Bowl. But the things that are different is this Chinese spy balloon was 200 feet tall with a huge spy light at the bottom. These are unmanned. They're about the size of a small car. There's no apparent surveillance equipment on them. They do not appear to be self-maneuvering like the Chinese one was. And they did show the wreckage from the Chinese spy balloon, but for some reason they're not showing the wreckage from these other things. And I'm not saying they're alien. I'm just saying UFOs are objects in our airspace that we don't know what their purpose is, where they're coming from, or what danger they could be, other than all of these three were apparently danger to civilian aircraft. Today's object was flying 20,000 feet over Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and it was octagon in shape. So very weird stuff for sure. And of course, speaking of UFOs, and we're just talking about unidentified craft, the number of UFO sightings by military pilots from the Navy and Air Force, according to January's UFO report that I did a video about on this channel where I went over it, there was 247 new UFO sightings in between March 2021 and August 22. That's almost double the number of sightings from the previous 17 years. So there's an increased sighting. This could be from better detection, less stigma about reporting this stuff, or also that there's more incursions into our airspace. But it's interesting, very, very interesting. And if there's another one tomorrow, this is going to be quite a phenomenon. Mike, it's Piper's birthday tomorrow. She turns 11. We had a little party for her today. Who knows what it is, but I don't think it's necessarily good that we're having 3 days in a row of stuff being shot down that they're not telling us about, and then last week we have a Chinese one that had spy capabilities that apparently the Chinese were not happy that it was shot down, but they didn't have permission to have it in the airspace. So someone says that these balloons have been showing up and everyone's having upper respiratory issues. Well, here in Canada, it's flu and illness season. So that could be it. It's a galactic federation craft. And also COVID was a respiratory illness. But I've still made it into the gym. I've had my 4 COVID shots. So the anti-vaxxers will say that it's the vaccine that is making me feel sick. And I've also had the flu shot, but I think it's just the time of year. But interesting stuff. I'll be right back with my review of Batista's A Knock at the Cabin, which I watched tonight in the theater with 4 people because the Super Bowl was on. So I'm going to do that and the news, one right after another.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button.